back with part 2 of my top 25, I was going to say words, but it's best rivalries. So we're going to go from number 14 to number 9. Again, if I stop at whatever number it is, that picture will be up. What will be. But anyways, number 14, The Rock and Stone Cold. Now, okay. This should have been a lot higher, but the only reason I didn't put it because they fought way too many times. But Rock and Austin, I don't think they ever had a bad match. Their match at In Your House DX, good. Then they feuded into late 98, where Rock was the champ, the corporate champ. Austin then lost his belt. Then they had that great match on Raw the night after Survivor Series, which Austin won, but he didn't win the title. Then they had the match at WrestleMania 15, which was the best show. That was a great match. And the match at Backlash, which was a lot better. They were supposed to. They didn't. The feud was halted for a year and a half until 2001 when Rock and Austin had that great match at WrestleMania, the best WrestleMania. But I still think, well, it's either this 19 or 20 basically. That match was epic. There were two. They didn't. In the feud, they had the match. They had their match. Then they had that cage match the night after Raw to write The Rock off of TV to do the Scorpion King. Or yeah, what was it? And I don't know. The Rock would be come until in the summer of 2001 during the invasion. He joined Team WF when Austin joined Team Alliance. But then I said Rebellion in 2001 when The Rock basically got screwed by Kurt Angle. Then they continue into the Survivor Series when Rock and Austin were part of the Team WF versus Team Alliance at Survivor Series in the whole winner take all. Yeah, it ends with The Rock and Austin. But yeah, and then again they stopped the feud until 2003 when it was Austin's last match. That's the perfect way to end your career, to have somebody, your old rival, basically end your career. It was great. Number 14, The Rock and Stone Cold. Number 13, I know people think this was the feud that made this guy great. Randy Orton and Mick Foley. Now the feud started in late 03. Well, technically, Randy Orton gave him Mick Foley the punt on the Raw in Madison Square Garden. They played it off in the WrestleMania 20. Mick then come back to the 2004 Royal Rumble when Mick Foley and Randy Orton eliminated each other. Then they had that 2-on-3 handicap match with The Rock and Sock Connection versus Orton, Flair, and Batista in a 3-on-2 handicap match, which Orton, Batista, and Flair won that match. Then the Backlash match, which was freaking great. That no holds barred match at Backlash 2004, which was the best. The best match on Backlash. And that's basically what made Randy Orton a star, basically. Number 13, Randy Orton and Mick Foley. Number 12, I know people are going to shout me for saying this, but Goldberg and Triple H. I like the feud. I didn't like the result at SummerSlam. Okay, there was one match at SummerSlam 2003, but Triple H got hurt, had a groin injury, and he still wrestled. Well, he didn't particularly wrestle, but the biggest reason why I didn't put this higher is because Goldberg should have won the World Heavyweight Championship at SummerSlam 2003. Yeah, he won the next month at Unforgiven, but he should have won it that SummerSlam. But I did like their Survivor Series match, then their Unforgiven match. Then the feud technically ended at Armageddon, with Triple H won the belt back at Armageddon against Goldberg and Kane. So yeah, that's number 12, Triple H and Goldberg. Number 11, John Cena and Edge in 2009, basically. The feud started when Edge cashed in Money in the Bank on John Cena at New Year's Revolution, which I'll talk about when I get to New Year's Revolution 2006, in my 2006 year in review. Edge became the All because, and they had the match at Royal Rumble with John Cena won the belt back. The feud was holded. Well, technically, that match where Mick Foley was the referee, which Edge fought Mick Foley. John Cena fought Triple H at WrestleMania. Again, when I get to WrestleMania 22, I'll talk about why. Then they had the triple threat match at Backlash featuring Triple H. The feud was a little hold. Well, at One Night Stand 2006, Edge screwed John Cena out of the WWE Championship against Rob Van Dam. Edge won the WWE Championship in a triple threat match against John Cena featuring RVD. Spoiler, he's going to be on my worst return for top 25 worst world champions when I get to it tomorrow. But yeah, and then at the match at SummerSlam, which Edge cheated to win. Then they had the Unforgiven Tales match, which John Cena won the belt. The feud was on hold until 3 years later. Well, they had that fatal four match at Backlash, but they were not feuding at that time yet until 2 years later, technically. At No Way Out 2009, when Edge replaced Kofi, in which he beat him up and took his spot in the Elimination Chamber match for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Edge won the belt, last eliminating Rey Mysterio. And then they had that match. They had the triple threat match at WrestleMania 25 with the Big Show, and it was John Cena won the belt back. Then their final match was at Backlash when John Cena and Edge fought in a last man standing match for the World Heavyweight Championship, thanks to Big Show interfering. But it was a great feud. That's my number 11. John Cena and Edge. Number 10, Batista and The Undertaker. What a great feud in 2007. Probably the best feud in 2007, WWE wise. Well, the feud started after The Undertaker won the Royal Rumble match, and his wrestling opponent was Batista. You know, we should have won a John Cena Undertaker match in 2007, but more we didn't get it. Undertaker and Batista were the match at WrestleMania 22 for the World Heavyweight Championship. They had a great match at WrestleMania 23. Well, Undertaker got screwed by Batista in that tag match against Shawn Michaels and John Cena at No Way Out 2007, which was a SmackDown event. Yeah. They had a match at WrestleMania 23, fourth on the card. But who cares? It was a freaking great match, fourth on the card. Undertaker won the World Heavyweight Championship. They had draws and Backlash in the last man standing match and the cage match on SmackDown. And then that's when Edge cashed in. Oh, I'll tell you when I get to that feud. But the feud then was on hold until Cyber Sunday 2007 when Undertaker challenged Batista for the World Heavyweight Championship. Batista beat The Undertaker with Stone Cold Steve Austin as the special referee because he won the voting. I think the other two were JBL and Mick Foley. Then they had that great match at Survivor Series inside the Hell in a Cell, which Batista beat him thanks to Edge's interference. Then both didn't won that triple threat match at Armageddon thanks because Edge won the World Heavyweight Championship at Armageddon, which he technically didn't lost the belt. Then they were the first two and the last two in the SmackDown Elimination Chamber match. Then their final match at the feud was TLC 2009 in that chair match, which was a decent match. Honestly, Undertaker and Batista never had a bad match. But that's number 10, Batista and The Undertaker. That was the feud that made Batista look good. Even though Batista was a good wrestler, in my opinion. Okay, now we're going to stop at number 9, which was AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Why you put AJ and Joe above Undertaker and Batista? This is my list. Don't question it. Now, yeah, a great match at Sacrifice 10-5, which was a review I did. And then I had that great triple threat at Unbreakable. Another match was AJ and Daniels, but I didn't put it on here. Sorry. But then I had that great match at Turning Point, which at 10-5 with Joe won the belt. Then another triple. They had two triple threats, which Joe won that one, and then Daniels won the Ultimate Match, which I will get to 10-6 though. Then in 2007, they were opposite teams on the Team Angle Team Christian Cage feud, which we had Singing Abyss, which was all my worst rivalries. Then they had the match at Sacrifice, which was amazing. Then they had the match in 2010 against Odds, which was the best match on that show. Then they feuded in WWE at SummerSlam, which was the best match at SummerSlam 2018, which was a good show. The match at House of, which was like screwy finish. The Super Strong match, the No DQ match, it was a good match. And what I'm going to talk about Crown Jewel. So there's number 9. We're talking about that match at Crown Jewel. It was the best match on that shitty show. But anyways, now we're gonna do the part 3, number 8 to number 1.